Hello everyone, we are back with another insightful episode of Beyond the Brief. Today we have Mr. Arpit Arora, Regulatory Affairs Manager at Bharti Airtel with us to learn about the legal professional in the regulatory department, how to enter, the kind of work involved and the work culture there. Watch the video till the end. Hello sir, how are you?
I'm good. Hi.
Yeah,
So first of all,
thank you.
congratulations to you guys to do this revolution in law. I mean, it's a good approach which you guys are doing, and I mean, promoting legal as a subject in itself is a very big thing. So kudos to you guys, to Rashmi and her team.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for joining in because people like yourself help us to do this. Otherwise, we won't be able to do this. So, thank you
Yeah,
so much.
yeah. Tell
Okay.
me, please. So, what are the questions for me?
Okay. Sir, so I got to know that you are working as a regulatory affairs manager at Bharti Airtel. This is really
Yeah.
intriguing for me because being a fourth year law student, I've never heard about law student working in a regulatory department, I mean, legal profession in that direction. So please tell us about your job
Okay.
profile.
So, I'll divide it into two parts, Rashmi.
Sure.
I mean, law is not only subjective to what litigation is, to what corporate law is, to what governance is. It has more legs, I would say. It is beyond what we think as a law student. Even I was unaware of the fact that there exists a regulatory department. During my periods of internship in law, I did my internship with Airtel only in the regulatory department. So then I got
Okay.
to know that this is, yes, it is a separate department, and how it works. So there are two aspects of law when it comes to corporate. You must be aware of what happens in a corporate entity. Uh, what are the aspects which are taken care of by a general counsel of a corporate entity? So it is
Yes.
limited to litigation. Uh, I would say agreements, all the arrangements, legal arrangements part. That is what legal does. But to make sure that an organization is running in a particular regulatory framework, that is what regulatory does. So telecom sector, first of all, I'll tell you, it's a very wide sector. It has so many nuances, it has so many legs, uh, and it's one of the most regulatory sectors of India. So first would be obviously the sector, which is governed by RBI as the regulator. Then comes the telecom. It is governed by TRA as a regulator. So every leg of this telecom thing comes with a specific regulation, and we need to make sure that we fall under that regulation. And I, as a regulatory spoke, needs to ensure that everything is done within this regulatory purview, so that we cannot do not bypass any further regulation, any law which is being here in India for telecommunications. So I personally deal with telecommunication, DTH, and international parts of Airtel. So I deal with all the international entities of Airtel and the international regulations which are there where Airtel has its leg. So it includes UK, it includes Singapore, France, Hong Kong, Japan is there. So almost 7 to 8 countries which I oversee for Airtel. So I have to go through their regulations and make sure the entities registered there are coming under the scope of this regulatory part of the particular jurisdiction. So this is what regulatory is. It is the licensing part. So if there is some regulation and we feel a disconnect with this regulation, or we feel that industry needs a jump, or industry needs some change, we have to make sure that someone is there to represent this industry before the government. So regulatory does the licensing part as well. So we represent our organization before various ministries, before various government agencies. As I said, TRA is the regulator, and for DTH, MIB is the licensor, and for telecom DOT is the licensor. So we go to these departments, we meet these government officials on day-to-day basis, discuss what is happening in the law and what changes are needed, what is there which can be done in this sector, because it's all related to technology, it's evolving. So telecom is one of the most evolving sectors as well, and it's very huge. So yes, this is what regulatory does, and this is how it differs from what legal is. Once regulatory's part is over, supposedly there is some misalignment in our case with the government, or you can say some penalty or some
Right.
financial disincentive has been levied on us. So if we need to challenge it, then we go to the legal, and legal challenges it before the court of law. So this is how these two departments work in a telecom organization.
Okay. So how big is the regulatory team in offices? Because as you told, there are a lot of things that has to be taken care of in the regulatory department.
Mhm.
So how many people are there in that team?
So I would say it is again divided into various parts. So for telecom, telecom is divided into various circles, because Airtel is having its operation in whole of India. So it is divided into some 13, 14 odd circles, wherein all the circles have the legal and regulatory spokes separately. And there is this Airtel Center. This is the organization's registered office, wherein all the central teams are located. So we deal with the circles as well. So it's a huge team. uh, we are almost 30 to 35 people in Airtel Center, and then comes the circles. It's a very big team.
Okay. So how did you get to know about the job? I mean, just now you told that you interned with Airtel during your law school days, but did you get this job through your internship or was it a on-campus placement?
So I was not a regulatory spoke from the initiation of my career. I was a legal practitioner. I started my career as a litigation professional. I was an associate with a boutique law firm in Delhi. Then I started my own law firm, and I did my own practice for 3 odd years. Then I went to Airtel to enhance my objectives of getting to know what regulatory is. I knew it, a bit of it, because in internships you don't get to learn much. It's just the
Right.
reading part or bit of technical part. But yes, this was not related to my internship, but I knew some people here, and I got into the interview, and I knew so much about telecom as well, because I did my practice. During my practice days, I did some telecom litigation as well. So that's how I landed up in Airtel, and I'm currently continuing here.
So are you enjoying this profession or did you enjoy the litigation part more?
I told you both are different from each other, and
Right.
both
That's
have
why
their
I'm
own
asking
speed.
which one is more interesting.
I would say obviously litigation was more interesting to me, but yes, litigation helped me to enhance my uh, listening skills and reading skills, and all the interpretation of legal regulations. And this is really helping in me in the regulatory thing. So I think litigation is must if you initiate your career. I was initially placed with a company, but I didn't choose that path. I did choose the litigation career over the corporate, because yes, it works. It helps a lot when you, so it creates a path for you.
Right.
For understanding the law, I don't think that college is enough. You need to make sure that you practice it. You need to make sure to understand it, how it is created. The essence of law will be more clear if you get into it, if you practice it. So I think
Right.
litigation is must for a legal professional when he or she is starting his career. So that was my path to it.
Okay, great to know that. So anyone who wants to be into regulatory department may join regulatory department right after college, but it is advisable to go through litigation first and then come to this sector.
I would not say like this. This was my journey. This is what I feel. But we have engineers as well. we have MBAs as well. So regulatory is a very diversified department. We do have majority of the legal professionals in it, but all the spokes are there. I mean, from all the fields, because regulatory includes the technical part as well. As I said, regulatory is this telecom is governed by a license, so license is way too technical. To understand how many equipments are there for one tower in Airtel, there has to be a technical spock, and those specifications are laid down in a particular regulation. To interpret that regulation, you must be some technical knowledge as well. So it's a mix of all the departments, all the fields, I would say.
Okay, so talking about specifically technical gigs, and what are the other personality traits that one must have if he or she wants to make a career in this department, in telecom regulatory department?
Ability to learn a lot. I mean, excitement for learning something new other than what law is. That would be helpful for a legal professional, since you are coming from law background. Yes, that is must. And
But sir,
to understand.
ability to sorry to interrupt, but ability to learn is required in almost all the fields, I feel.
Correct, correct, correct. But this is a bit different. Why I am saying ability to learn, because when you come from a core law background and you get to know that इस टावर में इतना इतना wavelength आनी चाहिए, इतने spectrum आने चाहिए, then that will blow up your mind, I'm sure, right? Being a legal professional, you must be aware of what law is, what regulation is, what authority is. But coming to the basics of that particular law, which has been laid down by the regulator, you need to make sure you get to know some technicalities of that field as well. I was unaware of the fact that how DTH works. I am the regulatory spoke for DTH for Airtel. I didn't know what this wavelength is, what spectrum is, how this satellite works. But now I am well aware of this. So
Right,
this is what I meant from ability to learn and keenness to learn. I would say not ability to learn, but keenness to
right,
learn something new which is related to law. How law evolves from the society and from what is happening around you. So in telecom, majorly it's technical, and law is evolving through all this technical environment.
right. And other personality traits, justice.
That is all. I mean, because each and every professional is welcome here.
Right,
So I don't think that there is some barriers that you should possess this much qualification. That is not a barrier in it. We have some students from NLS as well, who have recently joined us. We have some people from IIT as well who have recently joined us in the regulatory. So it's a mix of all departments, and this is how it works. If we are stuck, we go to the IIT people. If they are stuck
right,
in some law, they come to us. This is how it works. It's a balance maintaining field.
right. So people from PCM background might enjoy this profession more than the
Definitely,
people from law.
we have plenty of engineers. we
Right,
we we have some people who were there in the engineering team, or who were there at the sites team. By sites team, I mean the one which is responsible to maintain the physical site. Some people are there in our team who had managed this technical thing as well. They are the engineer only. So I think everyone is welcome. But yes, you need to make sure that you have to keep your law वाली बुद्धि थोड़ा सा aside, and you should know कि आपको नया नया कुछ मिलने वाला है to learn.
right,
So then
right.
only you will be able to focus in this particular area of law.
Okay. So those who are still in love with the PCM and are also pursuing law, so it's a good mix of both of these, and they can do
Definitely,
well in this
definitely.
sector. Right. Sir,
Correct. They are
just
most welcome.
like, yeah, like you mentioned that you have to represent your company in front of various ministries and departments to negotiate what you
Mhm.
want and the lacunas. I believe moot courts or other activities which we do as law students must be helping you in this.
Yes, in a way, but as I said, this is one's interpersonal skills, to be very honest.
Right.
Codes are must in your college, and yes, they are must to understand what. the essence of law is. As I told, litigation is must. I think you must be having the trial advocacies as well in your college.
Yes, we
I was
do.
I was active in that part. I was not active in my college in the moot court thing. I was active in the trial advocacy portion. So yes, that works. And majorly, it's how you build the relations with the government, and in order to make sure that your words are being mentioned before the various government forums, you need to have good relations with them. You need to be good in listening. So I think moot courts will help, but yes, in a way, you need to more focus on the interpersonal skills.
Okay.
Okay.
So because moot courts I mentioned, because being law students, the first co-curricular activities that comes to our
Correct.
mind is moot court. But research paper, because a lot of paperwork must be there, and then other speaking skills, it requires you to, gain that confidence to represent your company in front of the ministries. That's what I meant by
That is how litigation works.
right.
Exactly. Agreed from what you said, but just adding to it that one should make sure to talk to a lot of people in the industry, out of the industry. That is how it works. Even in law, you need to make sure to have a good connect with all the councils, your colleagues, so that you know. You know what is happening around the world. That gives you confidence to speak in front of people of that stature who are in the government. So that is what I meant by the interpersonal skills. You meet various students in from different colleges. You meet the
Right.
judges there. Judges are mostly the lawyers who are practicing. So you need to start connecting with those people. I mean, not only you, all the law students. This is
Yes.
how it works. This is how this network is created. So
Right.
once you are into making sure that all the councils you have met know you well, you really get help in your career, because law as a career is indeed a difficult career. But I would not say that it is impossible. It is difficult and it is achievable when you know the right paths of. So this is one thing that you should be connected to all your colleagues, all your wherever you are interning. You should make sure that whenever you go to that city or whenever you go to their firm, they are by your face they know you. So this is how it works.
Right. Uh, so some I'm asking you a question which is a little off track, because what I
Mhm.
gathered from what you said is ki we to the ability and the keenness to learn will help you grow good in
Correct.
this sector. And law is not that matlab hai, but it's not that a big elephant in the room for this. So anyone who is chilling and
Mhm.
enjoying networking with people during their law school journey, it's okay if they want to make a career in that. Means you need not be a
That
bookworm.
helps, that helps a lot. That helps a lot. Trust me. This is in my case. This is what happened. I know
So
a lot
were
of
you
people
a
during my
bookworm
college
or
days.
okay?
No, it's good. It's a trait of a legal professional. You have to have good connects.
Right, sir. So what is the most interesting part of your job?
Most interesting part of my job is, I think almost I get it every day. So regulatory is full of challenges. So जब भी कुछ पड़ता है, it comes to regulatory first. And Airtel being a huge organization has
Right.
almost, I would say, 20, 25 odd verticals, different entities. I'm looking for on almost six verticals. I'm looking on DTH part. I'm looking on the spam part, the messages. There is a separate regulation for that messages. So I deal with that regulation as well. I deal with the international portion. So every day it is full of challenges. Every day you get something new, and every day it's a shocker for you. That is what is interesting for me in this job.
Okay. And how is the work culture there? the working hours
It's
and
challenging. It's challenging, and it's as I said, every day is a good day. Every day is a day full of challenges, and working times are not much as such, I would say, because it's just the work. You have your own laptops, you have your own jobs. Once it's done, it's over. So I mean, there's no specific working hours, but yes, we follow the practice to come at 9 a.m. and leave by 6, 7, max by 8. This is what we do. But there's no specific timings. You just need to do the job, and that's
okay.
it.
I feel this is another difference.
I mean, that's why you are
Yes,
hired.
sir. Please continue.
No. That's all. I mean, I said that's why you are hired to do the job, not follow the
Right, but sir,
timings.
in corporate, as we say, कि कोई fixed working hours नहीं होता है, but then it is never below 10 or 12 hours. So this is another difference between regulatory and a
I
corporate
don't
law
think
firm
so.
job.
I don't think so. It depends on your productivity. That's it. I mean, job can be easily done in not more than 5 hours. उसके बीच का चाय पीने वाला टाइम होता है ना, वो अगर कम कर दो, तो I think that works.
Okay, that is relieving part, I guess, because
Yeah,
corporate law firms, they do, even during the internship, they do not allow us to leave the office before 9. That's what I had experienced. And
that
some of
is
my
that
friends
is
who
there.
are
That is there when you are doing the litigation thing, and that is there when you are part of a law firm.
right.
Even I went to that part. We used to draft till 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the night, and then appear before the court at 9 a.m. This is what we have done during our litigation days. So that part is there for sure. But that is there in litigation and I mean here
Corporate.
also we can do this if workload is much. हम घर जाके भी काम करते हैं. We have work from home policy. तो हमारे पास laptops रहते हैं. We do our jobs. As I told you, it's the job for which we are getting paid. So I think उसमें timings का कोई issue नहीं होता है.
Okay. And
हमने यहाँ पे रात को 12 बजे भी काम किया है. हमने यहाँ पे we have worked till 9 o'clock as well. And there are some days where I have left at 4 as well. So I mean that doesn't matter to us because it's what we are hired for. That is job. And law firms and litigation, yes, you are doing a big task for the society. You are representing your client. You're representing someone who is uh, really gone through something. So I think that is necessary for a litigant to get a feel of that thing because this is how you are able to learn properly. अगर वो आप ड्राफ्टिंग अच्छे से करते हो ड्यूरिंग और लिटिगेशन डेज आई मीन व्हेन आई वाज इन कॉलेज आई took some early leaves from my college और मैं रोज during my I think 9th semester मैं एक लॉयर के पास जाता था और शाम को रोज ड्राफ्टिंग सीखता था तो आई मीन इनिशियली तो टाइम देना पड़ता है it works for you in future. It pays off for sure.
right, sir. And because you're so much interested and you really like that job, you don't mind giving in hours in that also.
Correct, because law is obviously a challenging path. I mean, you are learning 85, 90 odd subjects during your college in 5 years. वो आपको realize नहीं होता है जब आप अपना curriculum देखोगे. In our case, it was 83 subjects, I think, because I did my specialization with energy laws. तो उसमें petroleum, coal mining ये सारा कुछ भी आ गया था. So that was almost 83
I don't
subjects
know,
which
this
we
is
tried to.
something with UPS means I have known around 6 people from UPS, and all of them have specialized, 5 of them have specialized in energy laws. So,
Yeah, so that college provides the degree of BLLB in energy laws, and I think उस time पे भी था corporate laws में. These were the two subjects. बाद में BTech law भी शायद introduce हुआ था. That was for the period of 6 years. मुझे ज़्यादा पता नहीं है, but in my case it was 5 years only.
okay. So, BTech laws, ज़्यादा हेल्पफुल होगा अगर किसी को टेलीकॉम में करना है तो?
हाँ, हेल्पफुल बहुत ज्यादा तो नहीं होगा, बट या इट विल बी हेल्पफुल for sure, because BTech में you get to know all the technical aspects of what spectrum is, what wavelength is. This is what which was not known to us in BLLB. So learning थोड़ी सी easy हो जाती
Okay. Um, Anything else, sir? I mean, do you have something to say for those who really want to go in this sector?
है. Nothing, just work hard, learn a lot, read a lot, and enjoy a lot during your college days. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि बहुत ज्यादा पढ़ना पड़ता है, but read specifics, connect with people, talk to people a lot. Make sure that you get into the quality conversations. Make sure that you you need to take phone numbers of people whom you are connecting so that you talk to them in future. जितने ज़्यादा connects बनाओगे उतना अच्छा होगा. And just learn, just read. That is what I'll say. Reading something which makes you improve your lifestyle as well.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you so much. It was great talking to you and getting to know something which I don't think many of us knew already. So, thank you so much for
Great.
taking out time.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you and all the best for your future. You are doing really good,
Thank you
and
so much,
you
sir.
guys will excel for sure.
Thank you so much, sir. It means a lot. Uh,
Yeah.
I'll
Thanks. Take care.
definitely uh, disturb you in future as well, as in when we grow and we do another episode of this.
Definitely. Definitely. See,
Okay,
you are
thank you.
making started making connects. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Chalo.
much.
Great to hear from you guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Take care. Bye. Thanks.
Yes, sir.